The RAD podcast is intended for a mature audience. Listener discretion is advised.
And welcome to the RAD podcast, Random Ass Discussion, where everything's a topic and nothing is taboo. Joining us this week we have Xander.
Hello.
We have the return of Alan Morrison.
Yellow.
And we have the lost one himself, Adam Cox.
Purple.
Purple, yes. Don't know where to go from there. How's your week been? Anyone?
I got new internet.
You got a new internet?
Yeah.
So you're not in the dark age anymore?
No, I have jumped up from evening speeds of 0.2 to 20.
Fucking hell.
Wow. You know, last time I got 20, about 10 years ago. I'm currently sitting on 205 megabytes per minute. So, meh. It's what you get for living out in the sticks.
Yeah, but it's nice and quiet.
But I think at my home now I have 7. So so that's Sky Internet for you, all sorted.
Woo.
So
woohoo! Well, saying that, they did decide to cut me off the other day, and like I'm talking about not only the internet, but also the TV and everything. I started going, what the fuck? Have I paid my bill? Yes, I paid my bill. Checked online, big massive cut out in the Bisping area, so I was like going, fuck you. So I can't even go, great, can't play the Xbox, oh well, I'll turn on the TV. Shit it out, can't watch TV. Fine, I'm going to watch Netflix on my phone and eat through my data. Gutted.
Oh, I fucking hated it.
It's a Virgin TiVo box like Sky. When they're down, you can't watch your recordings either.
Yep.
Shite.
Yep.
I mean, it's at least having shit internet is preferable to no internet, though. Let's be honest. You know,
yeah. It's the case of having a decent laptop when you don't have a decent laptop.
This is true. This is why we may as well jump straight into the into the announcement, seeing as you've kind of given me a nice segue into it. I've been very, very busy as of last few weeks, trying to obviously move the podcast forward, as you guys know. Now, what I have been doing is, obviously, I've done one episode in the podding shed. Now, we did try to do a second over Wi-Fi, and as Darren and Adam will tell you, it went fucking tits up very, very quickly, which is why there was a delay. The reason there's been a delay this week is I've been concentrating on the podding shed. It is now the podding shed Mark II, which means now it is a wired connection, so there's no Wi-Fi issues anymore. But also, it means from next week, I'm going to have a slightly lighter workload. As from next week, we will be doing live shows for the foreseeable future. So everyone will be able to interact with us as we're on air from now on.
All 3 of you.
All 3 of you, yes. Well, I'm hoping it'll push the show out a bit more. Like, obviously, listening and watching stuff live is always better than listening to it pre-recorded. I mean, for example, 3 of us are wrestling fans. What was traditionally always better, just because of the fact it was live, was Raw was always better than SmackDown. One of the reasons being it was live. If you get my meaning. But then if you watched a rerun of it, it didn't seem to be as good. Does that make
That's
sense?
talking out your arse.
It can be. That's me personally. I'm the type of person that will get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to watch F1 live, just in case they don't add something that, in the reruns.
I always watch live as well, to be fair.
This is it. I always prefer stuff that's live, so I figured...
I'm absolutely gutted and pissed off at the same time that tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock in the morning, I cannot watch Scotland play rugby. Not unless I have Sky Sports, which I'm not willing to pay for.
Which is a load of shite.
This is when you kind of use your common sense and go raid the internet and find a torrent site.
We didn't tell you that, did we? We didn't officially say that. We have Coxy has a code for that.
You acquire it via means.
There you go. It is the code. It's the acquired by means.
Yeah, but BBC, we pay our TV license, yet they show shite. And then they're not willing to show all the local national games.
Yeah, unfortunately, due to Sky and BT literally buying out the competition, we can't watch shit.
This is it.
So say down in England here, you've got the World Cup, Rugby World Cup. ITV will be showing all the England games, and BBC will be showing the rest of the games because they don't hold the license to air the national game. It is an absolute ball ache and a half, but yeah, it's a rough competition. Same as Formula One. It used to be that BBC One had it all. Then
they didn't want it.
It became too expensive, didn't it, for the BBC to want to have? Yeah. So they decided to share the load with Sky for a bit, and then decided to completely fuck it off. Which is where Channel 4 chipped in. But in a couple of years' time, Channel 4's not even going to have that anymore because that's it. Sky have now bought exclusivity rights for the F1, which means they're going to put it on Sky One as well as Sky Sports F1 because apparently it's got to be on free-to-air TV. But the problem with that is Sky One isn't free-to-air, is it?
No, the cheapest you can get Sky is for £22.
But there you go. So that's not free-to-air. So
what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to release a free, on the free sat or whatever it is, Freeview, a channel like they did before. They had, was it a Spike?
No, it was Pick TV.
Pick TV, then Channel 5 bought Pick TV, and they turned it to Spike.
What's wrong with them just broadcasting it through their Sky app? Their F1 app.
Is that as well? But
it's licensing laws and all that. If you don't own a TV license, if you get caught, you're in the shit, basically.
This is it. Soon you're going to need a TV license just to watch iPlayer.
Well, the TV license is to pay. Yeah, you need it all the time now. But TV license is for BBC, and BBC's broadcasting is garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And this is how they're getting us. I've always said it's just, if we were able to not have BBC, right, and just air the rest of the, channels and just have whatever, right, I'll be £120 better off each year.
Yeah,
this is it.
But
because the BBC sew up the fucking government's arse, it's now by law a requirement to have.
Well, it's by law a requirement to have, but it's not against the law not to pay them, because then they just take you to court, and then it's against the law to not pay that fine the court issues you.
Mm-hmm. That's where they get you.
Yeah.
So basically, it's proven that the BBC is propaganding the government. Free world my arse.
But I don't get what they should be able to say. Look, you got an option. You either have the Sky. You can either pay your TV license, or they give you a scrambler, so you can't watch BBC channels. If you get what I mean.
Apart from the rugby, what else do we watch on BBC? Death in Paradise that comes on every January.
Sherlock?
No, I don't watch Sherlock, man.
Doctor Who, some people?
I haven't watched Doctor Who since Matt Smith said he was leaving it. So I haven't seen any of this, the newer Doctor.
Oh, Poldark. I kind of like Poldark.
See, I watched 3 episodes of Poldark, but it was season 2, I think it was.
Yeah.
And it was just like, well, there's no point watching that because I enjoyed it. So I'll watch it from the first season. So we'll just go buy it on Blu-ray.
Yeah, it's surprising. It's a good show, actually. But it's a remake from the 80s classic, and it was a book. So, yeah, one of them.
Most things tend to originate from like literature now anyway, so
yeah.
One shape or form.
The fact that we're all struggling to say things...
Top Gear?
No.
No, actually, to be honest, since
the last one was okay.
It's taken over, it's gone okay.
Yeah, okay.
It's one of those, it's Sunday, there's fuck all else on, let's put that on.
That's the thing. Would you be really upset if you could never watch it again?
No.
I'll go and find...
Thank you very much, darling.
I'll go and find other means.
He's got a brew.
You didn't say it the normal way.
Yeah. Thank you, darling.
That's better.
I was actually talking to Paul about getting it on a mug.
Yes,
he sent me.
Great Christmas present.
You say we potentially could be the first bit of RAD merch. This so a mug with "Thank you, darling" on the side. It just works. It just does.
Yeah.
But yeah, BBC is just a load of garbage these days.
Yeah, I don't see why it should be a legal requirement to have a TV license if you choose not to watch BBC programming.
See, you guys are all right. We actually get pretty shafted up here in Scotland. You get BBC Two HD.
Yeah.
Right? We don't get a BBC Two Scotland HD.
I think we got BBC Two HD here. I'm sure we do.
Yeah, BBC Two HD.
I can tune into BBC Two HD, but we don't have a Scotland HD. So literally, there's Scotland rugby games when Edinburgh or Glasgow are playing. It's shown, but it's just the normal definition channel.
Mm.
Well, saying that in the northwest, right? It's like all BBC News, will always have like the local news station. So like for us, it's BBC Northwest. We don't actually get it in HD. We have to flick it through back to like a
sandwich one, yeah.
Yeah, to watch it. Whereas I was down south not so long ago, and it was Oxford area, and of course I'm in bed. Just got into the hotel, turned on news command. Was like, oh shit, I better change the channel. No, came up HD. I thought, you cunts.
It's all that down south.
Those couple of seconds to change the fucking channel. Whereas I could be at home, sat there going, I don't need to change channel because it's already on there. But what gets me more, BBC's massive media hub, news hub, is in Northwest. It's all at Salford. Go figure.
They are moving it up there, aren't they? So, I mean, even ITV as well. They're all up there.
ITV. You can get that in HD. The news.
I don't get ITV. At all.
You get STV, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I actually have to change the channel of STV to get the HD version of it as well.
You really do get shafted up there. So it's like the further north you go, the more backward the technology is. It seems.
Pretty much.
So yeah, but yeah, you're
sitting in the Orkney Isles going, for fuck's sake!
For fuck's sake, when are they going to bring petrol cars over?
you got to the Shetlands and still lived in caves.
Fuck's sake. They're all there and all. They go out. They go equal opportunities. Me man, you woman. But yeah, you were talking about watching sports before, obviously, your rugby and what have you. Yeah. What I want to know is, there's going to be topics. We're going into topics. What is your favourite sport? I've got it written down. You have the opportunity to introduce a friend to your favourite sport. What sport is it, and what would you show them?
Naked mud wrestling. No, sorry. It's not my favourite sport. Fuck. See, that's hard because I've got 4 favourite sports.
Well, go on, rattle them off. Go for it. And what would you show them for your sports?
rugby, it'll show them the Six Nations.
Yeah, but like, what I mean is like one particular, like either like match or something like that to show you how good the sport could be.
Scotland's first game of the Six Nations just gone.
Oh, that was amazing, yeah.
Just to prove you could be the underdog and still be fucking amazing. NFL, it would be... Oh, it'll have to be the... What is it? Super Bowl just gone. And how that you could be absolutely fucking awesome and winning like ridiculous amounts and then get shafted at the end just because Tom Brady's a tosser. Cheat! 5 times cheat! NHL, once again, the last game of the cup final with Pittsburgh Penguins because they hold on to their winning streak. That was quite a good game, actually, worth watching. What else? Oh, hockey. Women's hockey. Need I say more? And I'll probably say athletics.
All right, so what would you show them athletics-wise?
Athletics-wise, because it's such a diverse sport, if you're talking about like athletic stadium sports, not athletics as in, say, the Olympics, because that's such a massive diverse... But it could show you literally from you could be a 100-meter runner down to a shot put thrower, and you're 3 times the size as the 100-meter runner. So no matter what you do or who you are, you can be something.
So you're basically saying that you would pick one particular day of the athletic sports on the Olympic coverage.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Diamond League, or I can show them the World Championships. Or the European Championships, anything like that.
Fair point.
I can't remember her name. She's a Swede, and she's a javelin thrower, and you would not picture her as being a javelin thrower, and for some reason she holds the record for the furthest thrown ever. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Fair enough.
No, that's me anyway.
Fair enough. What about you, Xander?
I don't know.
Come on, you must have a favourite sport.
Rugby.
Yeah, well, it's either rugby or F1.
Right, what would you show? It's all right to have the same sport as someone else.
Naturally. Dumbass.
Well,
honestly, if I was to show them any rugby game, the one that stands out in my memory would be Scotland-Australia during the World Cup.
Good shout.
Because it just hurt so much at the end.
Yeah.
For you guys that don't know, Scotland were shafted out of the win against Australia, going further into the World Cup.
Okay,
all because the ref wasn't paying attention, and he decided to stick to his decision instead of going up to the TMO, which is video evidence of what was happening. And it shafted Scotland out of the win in the World Cup. But for that moment, it was such a stunning game. It was just flawless. From both sides, Australia were amazing. Australia are always amazing to watch. But for F1, I am really, really stuck. Probably the most exciting race, apart from the 4-hour time gap, is Canada 2011.
Yeah, that fucking race had everything.
But Hungary in 2006. Or even Imola in 2004.
Yeah.
That's when the Williams were just fucking on it.
That was when it had at the time, I think it's going to be broken this year, was that the fastest average lap record?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much, for anyone who's not in the know for F1, Williams in 2004 were partnered with BMW for their engines, and they had a special engine for qualifying that put out 1,490 horsepower. And their Michelin tyres, they had quality tyres, and they could only last literally 5 laps at full pelt. And they would just fall to pieces.
Yeah,
So,
I think it set an average speed for over 100 miles an hour.
yeah.
That's going over chicanes and things like that as well. So pretty fucking mental.
And during the race, it was just an amazing race as well.
This is it.
Other than that, I would sit anyone down and tell them to watch either the 12 hours of Sebring or the 24 hours of Le Mans.
Right. Well, I'll get onto that myself. But I'll let have you finished, And?
Yeah, pretty much.
Right, Coxy, what about yours?
Mixed martial arts.
Oh yeah.
So you can't really class wrestling as a sport. Let's be honest.
It's entertainment.
It's a more entertainment, yeah. It's not. Yeah, I'll give you that.
I don't do any other sports, so I'm gonna have to go with like UFC and MMA.
I was gonna say, what would you show somebody that you had the opportunity to show them for the first time?
I'd probably go UFC 100. That was you had Brock Lesnar and Frank Mir in the main event for the belt. But it was actually overall a really decent card. I can't remember who else was on it, but it was GSP. GSP and Bisping were on it at some points in different fights. And yeah, so there you go.
Yeah, fair enough. For me, you see now, Xander said F1 and then looped endurance racing in with that. Now you see, I would actually separate them.
Oh, I never looped them together, you fanny.
You kind of did. Maybe not. Yeah. For me, I'd separate obviously F1 and Le Mans 24 is like you would separate a 100-metre sprinter with someone that would run 10,000 metres. So for me, because they are completely different, I'd actually have them as two separate sports in a weird kind of way. So, for example, obviously F1 would be sprint racing, and for that I would probably pick... I would probably pick Hungary 97.
How did I know you were going to say that?
Yeah, you big Damon Hill fanboy.
It's not that. It's that that particular race showed that how you can feel... One motor race can obviously have a full range of emotion. Like you can be so happy for him because he's in like the one of the worst cars on the grid. He's battered everybody and gets a problem at the end and just gets caught and pipped basically on the last lap.
Possibly the worst world champion ever.
Yeah, by the worst world champion ever. Overtaking the second worst world champion ever. But
I don't know. You can't class Hill as a bad world champion.
I don't know. I just think he looked into a championship the same way as Jack Villeneuve did.
Then you could say Mansell looked into a championship with Williams as well.
Not necessarily, though, because he was close or knocking on the door for multiple years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but so was Hill.
Yeah, in a superior car. And he got beaten by somebody who was in a shitter car.
The Benetton wasn't a shit car, by any means.
Mm-hmm.
The Benetton was a great car. I mean, to be fair, if you were saying he was against John Alesi in the Ferrari, I could understand. But the Benetton was, a front-running car.
Well, yeah, fair point. Okay, then let me pick a different one then. But for the race that had everything, Spa 98, that had everything. What else? I'm trying to think of a more recent one. But to be honest with you, from about from 2010 to about now, they all seem to blend together, which is not obviously the best advertisement for the sport. But hey ho.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to say I'll leave it at that probably. For the obviously the other one, it's obviously I like me endurance racing as well, probably more so than me motor racing. No, not motor. Me sprint racing like Formula 1 at the minute. And I would pick, obviously, Le Mans 24 hours. Now, I would say to somebody first, go and watch any Le Mans 24 Hours from the year in between the years 1995 to 1999. Any one of those. And then I would say go and watch last year's Le Mans 24 Hours. Because it was absolutely insane. If you remember what happened, Xander.
Yeah, I do, mate.
It was like a car was leading all the way to the last 3 minutes of the race, and then it broke down on the last lap just before it finished. So that again had everything, all the emotions and things like that. So that's what I would choose. Any other sports I would pick? I do lean towards a bit, football in a way. I don't mind a bit of football. Every now and again. I'm not a massive fan. I mean, I didn't sit down and watch any matches this season at all. But if I had to choose a match, it would probably be the playoff final match for Blackpool. And that's me being a bit biased, being a Blackpool, he says his speech, air quotations, a Blackpool fan. But I just think that match, that had pretty much everything. So, hey-ho. So that's what I would choose. So, yeah.
Look at we are listening. We're just messaging each other in the meantime.
Yeah, I gather I saw that.
I was gonna say, for anyone that's wanting to really look into any form of racing, they should also check out the early IMSA series. This is American, like GT style racing, from the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. It had all the big names in it as well, didn't it?
Yeah,
things like that.
They had big names. It was close racing, but it was just an enjoyable watch. Or even 90s and early 2000s British touring cars, or even early rallying from like 95 when you had the likes of Colin McRae and all that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, WRC now, for me, it's barely watchable.
No, I haven't watched WRC in 2 years, maybe 3 now.
Yeah, it's not for me. I'm more of I'm more of a circuit racing fan, so it's one of them. But yeah, we'll move on. What shall I pick? I've got loads of topics written down, you see, so it's finding one decent one. Now, there was I don't know if you've seen anything of it, Xander, but I'm sure Coxy and Alan will have done, but there was an incident in Blackpool about, a few weeks ago where some dirty little chav punched a bloke outside a shop. You've heard about it?
No.
But yeah, he punched the guy in the shop, and the guy died from his injuries. Now the guy got away with a GBH charge.
It was just your description, mate. Dirty little chav. It just instantly sprung to my mind. So it's some minger who never washes, wearing his fucking full grey tracksuit or whatever, with his fucking legs rolled up and stupid expensive trainers, smoking fag.
Well, I'm not being funny, but the guy shouldn't be going to being worried about going washing, because he should be going to the communal showers worrying about ball bag Bob.
What happened to when you accidentally kill someone, it goes under manslaughter?
This is what I was thinking. I mean, I don't know what you two think, Coxy and Alan, but the guy, like I say, he's got away with a GBH charge, even though the guy's died.
Yeah, it's...
For me, it's at least manslaughter.
It's GBH is him the guy getting off lightly.
Fucking absolutely.
The problem with it was that wasn't the underlying problem. The guy put him in hospital and he was put on a ventilator and put into a coma, but he had underlying problems which aggravated it more because the guy was an alcoholic.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, if he'd not been punched, would he be in that situation?
True.
That's what I mean. Well, apparently he was given a load of. Apparently they were giving verbal to each other, something like. I think a group of lads were picking on the fella. Obviously, being a bit. He's had a few skulls too many, and he's got to give. Skull. He's had a few. Obviously, he's had a few skulls too many, and he's mouthed off back to the whole group. Obviously, the ring.
You snorted a line of sugar or something.
He sounds like he has.
No, it's just my dad used to do that to me every time Skull was mentioned because of Hagar.
But yeah, he obviously started mouthing off to him, and they were beckoning this lad on to go and punch him, so he did, and basically just knocked him clean out. And basically, obviously, one thing led to another, ended up going to hospital and going into a coma. But
so a bunch of lads egged the lad on, and he hit the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it all started because a bunch of people egged him on. Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't have to punch the guy, did he?
Well, hold on. In America, they can actually charge all those people that egged him on as well.
Accessory to murder.
Yeah.
Well, this is it. I was thinking Afro, but yeah.
So, and the young lads got off with GBH. No, it's not really right.
Nah, it's manslaughter or murder. I mean, maybe murder, maybe a bit at a push, because obviously he's not gone with the intention of killing him. But definitely manslaughter.
But the rest of them should get charged as well.
Oh, yeah, they should be, absolutely. Like I say, accessory to murder. Or manslaughter, or whatever it is.
Because, it's just... You hate to wonder what goes through all these young lads' heads, when they're egging someone on to go hit somebody else.
Yeah, it's bad. I mean, what person in the right mind thinks it's a great idea to just go up to somebody and wallop them, just for no real reason? You know what I mean? It's... What do they think they're going to gain out of it? It's a guy on his own. He's obviously, he's a bit worse for wear because of the beer. He's mouthing off. Wouldn't you just, obviously, take a few verbal shots at him maybe, and then leave it at that and walk off? Why would you need to punch him when he's no threat to you? It beggars belief why kids nowadays think it's funny. Not only that, they fucking filmed it.
Well, I'm not even surprised.
They filmed it. Like it was something on fucking is it Hip Hop World Star or something like that? It should be on that. It was like, it's fucking disgusting.
I thought you were going to say America's Most Wanted there.
May as well be.
We're headed that direction.
Yeah. But it's I would love to know. It's not even that what was going through the mind of the guy that punched the guy. I want to know what was going through the mind that gave him a GBH charge, and that were it.
Because at the time when they put him under charge, that's what they can do for him at the moment.
Yeah, but surely, because obviously he's died, surely...
They put it down and listen, if he goes back to court, they can apply for a attempted murder or a manslaughter charge.
I fucking hope so. The guy deserves everything he gets.
Did he get charged before the guy died?
He got charged before the guy died.
That's why.
So, yeah, hopefully... We'll see. Hopefully he'll get fucking worse for it.
What? Is it Cops that's in My Name is Earl, remember, when they follow them all around? Remember the show when they're recording them?
Yeah.
Why don't we have shows like that in the UK?
We do.
We do.
Do we?
Yeah, we've got the Metropolitan, which is currently on BBC One at the moment, where they go around with police. You've got the Force, which is ITV4. It's based on Manchester. You've got Road Wars, which is on Sky. There was another one, Traffic Cops, which was on BBC, which is now on Dave or something. There's loads.
But the thing is, none of them are funny like this one in My Name is Earl.
See, Scotland do have a version, but it's a comedy one. It stars Grado. So, I can't remember what it's called. You know what it is, Xander, I'm hoping.
No, I don't.
You must be aware...
Honestly, no.
I don't know if it's called Cop Squad or something like that. I don't know.
Scott Squad.
Is it Scott Squad?
Yeah.
Ah, right. Scott Squad, Xander.
I'm gonna look up that one.
It's got a wrestler, Grado stars in it as a copper. Supposedly, it's supposed to be dead funny, but I've never actually seen an episode. You can get it down here, obviously, because we can get BBC Scotland as well, but I've never actually sat down and watched it.
Yeah, so I think Scott Squad is the sort of nearest thing to Cops in sort of a similar vein. Because
I'm just going to butt in. Apparently, my daughter He's put it out there. It's saying all Scots people sound the same.
Oh, thank you.
So apparently you sound like Sean Connery.
I really enjoy getting compared to a Ouija piece of trash that lives in Glasgow.
No, because one of my close friends, Joe, apparently you sound exactly like him. Which I can't even fathom why, because you both sound completely different. But hey ho, it's a 9-year-old daughter there for you.
Casual racism.
No.
She's allowed, she's 9.
Right.
Just shit her up next every time you see an half next week, Al. Just every time you see her, point her and go racist.
Yes. Yes.
One second.
Ow, can I have a quid for the shop? Racist. Ow, can I have a bag of crisps? Racist.
Here we go. I'll prove the point how funny my little 9-year-old daughter is.
I'm Scottish.
There you go.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
So, well, there you go. But apparently it was quite funny because we went up for the wedding a couple of weeks back, and one of my older cousins was there as well. I've not seen him for like 10 years. Goes, oh, you've got a lovely family and all this stuff. And Neve turned round, out the blue, blatantly, no smiling, no nothing, turned around and went, I'm Scottish! At this point, I'm sat there going, wetting myself, and Lucy's face, my wife, just sat there going, oh my God.
Oh, no, she didn't!
Oh, brilliant.
But anyway, I decided, because I've got to have a quick break fairly shortly, so we're going to have probably a slightly longer second half. Let's get the taste testing out of the way.
Oh, God.
Right, so, firstly, I know you've got 2 items, Alan.
I do.
So...
I ate the third one because they were quite nice.
Go on, explain. Go and talk about your third one first.
Right. The third one, well, the last one I had was was something from America called birthday cake popcorn. White chocolate drizzled over birthday cake flavoured popcorn. So basically, little sugar lumps with more sugar and more sugar wrapped around it. And by God, they were well nice. They were really, really nice. I'm talking about, I had one and just went, I've got to try it just to find out what it's all about. So I tried it. Went, that's nice. Then carried on, then carried on, then carried on. And went, oh, the packet's empty. So that was a good hit. I like that. I'm going to have to find them again.
I had Tango popcorn the other day that was really good.
You get them from B. Yeah, you can get them from B&M's.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, God, I can't have a look at them.
Do you know what? I'll get some and try them on the show.
No, I'll get some to try them on the show. I'm the popcorn kid here.
Fair enough. Then you can do the popcorn.
Salted popcorn, I'm happy.
Fair enough.
Can't do salted popcorn. I don't see what the point is.
I fucking love the stuff salted popcorn.
I like sweet.
I don't like these mixed flavours. Weird.
Yeah.
Don't like it. I don't like my mixed flavours. Coxy, I certainly don't like fucking mixed malt. Coxy wants me to get all the malt drinks that I've drank and then mix them all together and have them as one big malt.
That sounds like an amazing plan, and you're doing it.
I will be doing it. I just need to source them all. So yeah, it's happening.
Yeah. So the other 2 I've got with us as well.
Do you want? Don't do your drink. We'll do your drink last.
Oh, I
want you to do your sour sweet. I want you to do your other one because I want to keep it kind of sweet, sort of based at the minute. Because what I've got.
Same again from America. The Warheads Sweetie Company, which is known for its sour mixes. I've got the sour jelly beans.
Now, are they meant to be notoriously really badly sour, or are they just that's what they are, right? You know.
These ones are quite bad, from what I've heard and read online. These ones
Warheads are,
yeah. So the Warheads series are the worst ones.
Fantastic.
It comes in a yellow box with some guy blowing his head off with Warheads written all over it. It says with a sour shell and a sweet centre. So yeah, any colour preferences? What's that for? Any colour preferences?
What's the choice?
Oh yeah, what is the choice?
Choices. I've got red, orange, luminous blue, yellow, green, Yeah, that's about
Your
it.
luminous blue's your winner, I would say.
I'd say so too. That sounds like the most potent.
Now, how many am I having? Am I just having the one, or am I grabbing a handful of them?
Get a fucking handful. Handful.
Right. I'm going for 4.
That's not a handful. That's a general beetle.
Oh, do I really have to go for more than that?
Yeah.
Oh. Right, okay.
Who said it? Who said the whole lot?
That's my daughter. She's supervising.
Do it. Your
So I've got
supervisor.
7.
Your supervisor has spoken.
7's not a handful.
No,
either.
no,
I don't have any more,
no.
actually.
Chug the whole box. Chug the whole box.
I'm not having the whole box in one go. I'll blow the head off. Right, okay. So I
You
have
got the whole lot.
I have every blue in there. I'm not having every blue. Come on, guys. That's
Yes,
just
you
evil.
are. Yes, you
I'll go for
are.
Chug, chug, chug.
Listen to the boss. She's telling you every single one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so first handful. Here we go.
Here we go.
Actually, they're quite nice.
That's disappointing.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. It's all right. Prepare. Your disappointment won't be lasting much longer.
Nope, they're good. I can eat them all day.
Fair enough.
Eat all of them at once.
Yeah, eat them all at once.
Here comes your other hand. They're really nice.
Fair enough. So that's the Morrison opinion on the sour beans. So
Just a disclaimer with this. I can do sour sweets for the fun of it.
I'll see. You know, if you're Darren, we need to get him some spicy food down him or something sour like that because his taste buds seem to be super bland. So, but yeah,
Apparently, my daughter's just told me they were going to get us some hot sauce.
fantastic. We'll get him some fucking Carolina Reaper.
But every single one that they have is the ones that you've tried.
Oh,
Right,
but
so.
yeah, they're well good. They are really nice.
So, awesome. So, Alan's parting. I'm looking over what I've got and thinking I don't think I'm going to be. So, first off, I said on the last podcast I had the last of the rock that we got.
Here.
Coxy managed to source 4 more flavours that I hadn't had. So, we're doing rock
Palm
again.
Violets.
Not Parma Violets.
I wish it was Palmer Violet.
I thought he's still pissed off at me with that.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
So what we're going to do, I've got to do it in strategic order. I'm going to do the ones that I don't like first and last, and the ones that I think I may like in the middle. So basically, it's a reverse shit sandwich. But yeah. So yeah, first up, I picked up Marmite flavour.
Oh, awesome.
I don't like Marmite, so this is going to be interesting. It doesn't have these. I don't know if these are traditional Marmite colours. It's yellow, brown, and red stripes. So if anyone likes Marmite and knows if that's the proper colours, let me know.
I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. I hate shit.
Yeah. So yeah, here we go. I'm going to open it up now. I'm going to give it a sniff. Ooh, it smells very beefy. Does smell very beefy. Like, beef flavour Monster Munch. It's got that sort of, hit tint to it. Right, anyway, I am not looking forward to this. Right, I'm going to bite it. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I think I got the top end deal with this one with these sweets.
Oh, you struck fucking gold with that, mate. Ugh. That is fucking disgusting.
Well, to be honest, I've got waiting for me, haven't I?
It's like if you got Marmite on a spoon and squirted Aquafresh on the top of it. Oh, that's fucking disgusting. Thank you, Coxy. I appreciate it.
You might hit you try another one of them.
Ugh. Do you know what it'll be?
I don't think that the fans appreciated your coughing and spluttering. I think they need to hear a cleaner version.
Get fucked. You might find that later. Don't know yet. Next up, peanut butter flavour.
Oh,
Mate,
that
sounds
one's
awesome.
going to be brilliant, yeah.
I've got a feeling this is going to be fucking amazing. Now, it's brown and red, like stripes around it. So I'm assuming it's like peanut butter and jelly, sort of American sort of thing. So peanut butter and jam for us Brits.
Which is amazing.
Which I've never had, which I'm going to have to correct. So yeah, I'm going to open it up now and see what it's like. It's got to be better than that fucking Marmite one. Ooh. Jesus.
Now, I'm going to state this now. I've had the peanut butter one, and I really enjoyed it.
So, here we go. Biting it. Oh, that one's actually hard.
That's what she said.
When? That actually tastes like peanut butter.
Reese's or Sun Pat?
Generic. Yeah, twat.
Or Supermarket's own.
Yeah, it's quite pleasant, that.
Yeah, I quite enjoyed it. It's nice, isn't it?
It is nice, that one. Definitely have that one again. Definitely have that while I'm editing. Or mixing. I don't do editing. Right, we'll save that one for later.
Holy shit. I was just reading the ingredients in these jelly beans. There's 85% of it sugar.
I was going to say it's 85% of it uranium.
I like them. They're well nice. I'm still eating them, by the way.
Fair enough. I'm still chewing on that peanut butter one. It's really pleasant. Yeah, there's no minciness in that one whatsoever. That's really nice. Yeah, I'm eating that one later. I'm going to have to spit part of it out, though, because I'm going to have to try the next piece of rock now, though.
What flavour's that?
This one is Bakewell Tart flavour. Now, it is...
I can see this being very perfumey.
I don't... Yeah.
I hope so.
But it's got white, brown and red pin... white and brown stripes, but it's like red pinstripes on the edges of the brown stripes, so...
Sounds about right.
Yeah, that sounds like it should be. Let's have a look at it. Alright, sniff it. Very, very sweet smelling. Very, very sweet. It actually does smell like a bit like icing. So they've actually kind of got like the right smell sort of thing.
It's very almondy.
Possibly. Right, let's taste it and find out. Oh, another hard rock. Not used to having hard rock.
That's what your wife says every day.
Every day? I think you're paying him too much of a compliment.
Maybe once a year.
Yeah.
But that's if she gets the microscope. That's if she gets the microscope out. There's like a cherry sort of aftertaste to it, like in the background. As soon as I like cherry, I find that really, really pleasant. Other than that, it's just got like a generic creamy, sweet taste to it.
Creamy.
So, yeah, I recommend that one. That's quite nice. I will save that one also for later. Guess who's not sleeping tonight?
Not me, by the sound things where I'm eating these.
I am Cornholio.
Cornholio, TP for my bumhole.
Now, I've saved the main event for last.
Fuck you.
Coxy knows what flavour's next.
Yeah.
I'll give you a clue, Xander and Alan. I'm going to tell you the colours before I tell you what it is. It's in stripes, and it's red, yellow, and green.
Toothpaste.
No.
Yeah, red, yellow, and green.
That could be fucking anything.
Fruit salad?
No. Last chance, and I'll tell you.
Hello, soldier. In the heart of America.
Yeah, man.
You know what it is?
The left-hand side.
It's ganja flavour.
Hey.
Ganja rock. It says ganja rock fruit flavour rock, so, you know.
Now, what you should do is crumble a bit of it stick it in a bong and see what happens.
I was going to say, I don't know whether to chew it or light it. So yeah, I'm just opening it up now to see what it smells like. Right.
Sounds like it's opening a condom.
Doesn't really smell of anything. The slight, like, sort of, you know, the, like, weed smell. Very, very faint, though. Right, let's bite it and see.
What you should have done, at that, and see if you got the munchies after.
Yeah, I've got my rock for later, that'll be alright. Right, let's try it and see. Okay. It actually tastes of nothing.
That's a bit of letdown.
I know, innit?
The fact when you said it was like fruit flavour, I expected like a bit maybe like lemon, lime, and something.
Absolute fuck all. Absolute fuck all. Now, I've got to do something now, so we're going to have a very, 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 very brief break, and when we come back, Alan is going to try his next flavour. So we'll be right back after these very, very short messages.
Hey, this is Coxy, reminding you to check out the Lost Art of Podcasting. We cover reviews, interviews, listener topics, our own topics. We even take a general look at life and the world around us. So I'll find the Lost Art Podcasting on Spreaker, Stitcher, iTunes, even YouTube and all of the good podcast places.
Support the RAD podcast by finding us on Facebook, and then you can find us on Spreaker, Stitcher, iTunes, YouTube, and all good podcast catchers. Our Twitter handle is @UKRAD Podcast. Don't forget to follow our friends at The Lost Art of Podcasting. You can also find them on Facebook, Stitcher, YouTube, iTunes, and all other good podcast catchers. Their Twitter handle is @LostArtPodcast. Also, don't forget to follow their spin-off show, The Lost Art of Wrestling. It's also on Facebook and Stitcher, iTunes, etc. And their Twitter handle is @LAOW Podcast. Don't forget to also follow our friends at These People Podcast. They are on Facebook, iTunes and Spreaker. They have their Twitter @TP Podcast. And they have their website at www.thesepeoplepodcast.com. And also, don't forget to catch the Casa Mirth podcast. They have a website at www.casamirth.com. And also, their Twitter handle is @CasaMirth. You can find them on iTunes and Stitcher and other good podcast catchers. And also, don't forget, if you're in Blackpool and are looking for a great night out, head to Reflex in Blackpool, situated at the Vauxhall. It is the home of 60s, 70s, 80s and 90s music, and has a great family bar and restaurant upstairs. So for a great evening of fun and amazing food and nostalgic music, head to Reflex at the Vauxhall. And now it's back to the RAD podcast. Hi, and welcome back to the RAD podcast. Now we will move on with some topics.
Fuck off!
Okay then, Alan, I suppose you can do your taste test.
It's been staring at me for the past hour and a half.
It's play warm by now.
I've got a good topic.
He was telling me before this certain thing has sediment. He shook it up. He's probably resettled again.
I've shook it up again. I'll keep shaking it.
Right, so Alan, go for it. Go on, get it out of the fucking way. Tell us all about it.
Right, once again, the wife and the daughter has gone shopping and picked us up some bits and bobs. As you heard in the previous segment of this episode, I got some sours, I got some popcorn to try, and then they handed me this. Morrison's Detox Cucumber and Asparagus Juice Drink with artichoke and dandelion. The only way I can describe it, the only way I can describe it...
He's already been sick.
Yeah, close enough just by the smell of it. It is, you know the algae you get on top of ponds and that?
Nice. No, the ones
Pond
with...
scum.
Yeah, pond scum, the type of ponds that have, like, you know, B&M trolleys sticking out the top.
Yeah,
Isn't that
it's
just
that
called
colour.
sputum?
Yeah, it is that colour.
Fun house, a whole lot of fun. That kind of shit colour. Looks like gunge.
Well, yeah, just say it wouldn't look out of place out of Springfield.
You have a fish with 3 eyes bobbing in it.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. It's in a nice clear bottle with a very small label. It is the most hideous colour I've ever seen. Apparently, get this, ingredients, I don't know how this works, apple juice from concentrate. What the fuck? It doesn't mention anything about apple juice in the cucumber and asparagus bit. Cucumber puree, asparagus puree, plant extract, artichoke extract, dandelion extract, and zinc. So basically, I'm drinking metal here, guys. Naturally occurring sugars, that's not too bad. Yeah, so apparently it's healthy.
Doesn't sound it.
If it says detox on it, be prepared for your bowels to empty tomorrow, rapidly.
I do that after a good curry. I'm planning to order an Indian after I finish it.
Freak wavy tonight. My ass is runny.
All right, so I'm opening the lid.
I thought I went for a pee.
It smells like when a salad goes a bit in the fridge and it's still in the package and you open it up and it's got that horrid pungent of organic
rot.
Yeah, it smells like that. Right, I'm pouring into the glass now. Oh my god, there was more bits in than I thought there were.
It sounded it. It sounded like a whole trolley fell out.
Yeah, it's empty half that back out. There we go. Right. Okay, so yeah, it's not looking very healthy at all.
We want gag reflex.
Everyone knows where Blackpool sewage goes. I think it's in this glass.
They've bottled it.
Yeah. Oh dear God. Right, so I may as well get it over and fucking done with. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Mine is swirl it in your mouth as well.
Yep.
Oh my God, that's disgusting. I think I'd have a kind of malt over there. Fuck me, Jesus! Right, I'm gonna have another swig.
Go for it. I'm gonna sip on my coffee.
You're gonna pop your coffee?
I'm gonna sip on my coffee.
Okay, here we go. Out the back garden that went.
Hang on, if you pour that onto your lawn, is that cannibalism by the plant?
God, that tasted like shit. That was weird. It was like almost you're eating a compost heap. You know when you walk past like fresh mud and you get that horrid smell at the back of your throat of really nasty mud.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I can taste it almost. It was like that.
Ooh.
That's the only way I can describe it. Whoever fucking thinks that's a good drink needs to be shot.
They get away with it saying detox on it and healthy.
Yeah, bullshit. No drink that colour should be healthy.
Yeah, but it's a drink for fat people, remember.
I'm fat and I don't drink
So that's perfect for Alan then.
No, it's a drink for fat women that think they need to drink it to lose weight. You know,
That's
the same people that go in at McDonald's and have 6 Big Macs but have a Diet Coke.
That's Alan!
That's standard. I wouldn't have it any other fucking way. To be honest, I hate Diet Coke, so I probably wouldn't have Coke or Coke Zero. Strawberry milkshake's the way forward in life.
Well, speaking of supplies, by the way, I'm echoing on somebody. I think it's Alan, because Alan's lighting up as I'm talking.
Who's echoing again?
It's Alan.
No, I'm not.
Definitely Alan. Because look when I'm talking, Alan's lighting up.
It's not me.
It's definitely Alan.
Stop, man.
No, it's not me.
Definitely is. I can hear it's coming through your microphone. So basically, it's coming through your speakers of some description, and it's going through your microphone.
No, definitely not me.
All right. Anyway, There was a topic we discussed on the last show, and I did say we're going to revisit it. Now, Coxy knows what this is. Coxy, you there?
Yeah, I'm trying to think what it is.
We kind of we talked about it on my guest appearance on Lost Art as well.
Your testicles?
There's that.
Yeah, there's a lot of discussion about your bollocks and some bricks.
Some bricks and Dr. Dick Fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dr. Dick Fingers is going to end up doing my vasectomy. You know. I've got a consultation later this month about getting it done. So, yeah, it should be fun. I thought it was the actual op, but unfortunately it's not. So I've got to go and try and go to the hospital and say, look, can you just do it, please? I don't care if it's Dr. Dick Fingers with his breeze blocks, just get it done. But the topic I was thinking of was the zombie apocalypse, sort of, in the supermarket.
The shop.
Yes.
Okay.
Because Morrison hasn't had his chance to answer.
What?
Basically, the question was, you're in the middle of your big shop. Oh, by the way, Xander and Coxy, this is your chance to revise your answer.
I'm revising mine.
You're in the middle of a supermarket, doing your big shop, and then someone shouts over tannoy that the zombie apocalypse has started, and the whole supermarket goes into lockdown. You get to choose whichever aisle you want, and you make it your own. What do you choose, and why?
The chiller aisle.
The chiller aisle.
Yeah. Shit ton of free food.
Yeah, but you also got to think about what you can trade with other people, because there's obviously other people doing their big shop as well at the same time.
This is under the assumption that there's still power in the building.
Yeah, there's that as well. So your chiller option would be a valid one.
All right, okay, fine. Hardware. That's easy. Usually with broom handles, you also got saws, all sorts. Able to make weaponry, defend my aisle. Then go on food raids.
So when we were talking about this, we were the ones that was like, we'd be the traders. We'd be like, you know, we have chicken, you have ovens, we'll swap. Do you know what I mean? You cook me a chicken and I'll give you a chicken. You know what I mean? You're just thinking, no, give me your shit. So you'd actually just go full blown, like, you know, Viking pillager.
Oh, I'll be a pirate, mate. I'll go get a pirate outfit and everything. From the kids section, I'll be dressed like a pirate going, arr!
You're the one that envies the Raiders and Fallout games, aren't you?
Yeah, you want what? Yeah, I will be. Yeah.
Oh god! You know, by the time it's finished, Alan's in the supermarket. It'll look like that supermarket out of Fallout 3.
Super Duper Mart.
Super Duper Mart, yes.
What I'll probably do is, instead of going like raiding the supermarket, I'll go and raid a spa and let the spa be mine.
That would involve leaving the supermarket, though.
No, because he's going to then be king of the spa.
Yeah.
You have to make sure it's got a subway in it, though. Some have subways.
To the Spa King.
Yeah. Dude, this is a spa around the corner from mine. It's got a subway in it. Brilliant.
Yeah, I know which one it is. Go past it nearly every day.
I live in that if I could.
So, I suppose, you know, with hardware, you can't, like I say, you can make weapons, but you can also trade weapons with people, I suppose. For, like, things that you may need, like food. Drink.
But if it feels like somewhere like Walmart, I'd like build a fort in a bed, or the bed department or something.
Have a fucking pillow fort.
Walmart. I went in a Walmart in America, and I actually walked down one aisle where there was such things as bloody kayaks, to bloody crossbows and ammunition.
Do they sell guns in Walmart?
Yeah, my wife just said in Reno, just outside LA, they actually have a gun. Nevada, should say. It's actually got a gun section.
Fantastic. Can you imagine that walking in? Bearing in mind, Asda is the same chain as Walmart. Just walking in, you just go, I need potatoes, I need me carrots. I ain't got any meat. I'll get a crossbow and hunt it.
Up a Glock. They'll need a Glock.
You just see him hanging by the tills, just Glocks, Uzis. We have sweets, they have ammunition.
Outdate ammunition, going cheap.
Reduced to clear. Oops, it's in the rotten section at the chiller aisle. You got pork pies. There's a quiche that's going a bit funny and it's going this day. Oh look, a 9mm. Fuck's sake! Jesus Christ!
Or you're going down the wood section, you find a stock. You go down the metal stock section, you find like a barrel. Then you go down like another side of the metal section. You've got some triggers and all that. You walk around. It's to build your own shotgun.
Well, to be fair, Bunkle said he'd go to the the home domestic aisle because the chemical, because he has got a degree in chemistry. He's like, I can make myself a bomb or something. It's like, employers take out half the supermarket with you.
Fuck's sake. Well, yeah, he could actually kind of, in a way, he could terrorise people into giving him stuff rather than trading. So you give me your shit or I'm blowing your aisle up.
Exactly.
That's
what we get in the hardware section.
As long as I could find some polystyrene and send some lackeys over to get me some petrol.
That's it. Bunkle's going to be the Negan of Asda.
You might want to actually do some editing, cut this part from the podcast, Paul.
Oh.
No, but this is the point of the hardware section. You don't need to go and find some petrol because they sell butane cans for barbecues or for little campfires.
No, I'm more referencing this. You might want to skip over this part if you're a sensitive listener. One of them pussy types.
For the record, this is in relation to if there was a zombie apocalypse. This is not real life, and this is not someone actually would do. Go ahead, Coxy.
Yeah, thanks for that disclaimer. No, Vice did a video where they were testing out recipes in the Anarchist Cookbook.
Yeah.
Well, it was more sort of the version released after the original version, so it's like a volume 5 or something. And they actually showed you how to make napalm.
Fantastic!
That could be fun.
Apparently, all you need is some polystyrene and some petrol.
Yeah, makes sense because you can't get it out.
Fuck. That easy?
Yeah. All you have to do is let the sort of the polystyrene sort of absorb the petrol and sort of form a sort of like clump, and you can set it alight.
Oof. So for the record, kids, don't try that at home. We've not condoned it. It's just something that we've observed.
Please do video it and put it on YouTube. Yeah, tag us in it.
But if you're there in a supermarket, you look at you're raiding the back stores or whatever, and there's like, oh, there's a lot of polystyrene here, and it's like, right, we need to like block off an exit or something, or there's like they're getting through this. They're coming through this door. It's like, right, someone go get some petrol and you can make some napalm. So
you could use it as a self-defense mechanism, couldn't you? Say, for example, in the zombie apocalypse, you got a horde coming at the door and they're trying to get in. You could actually use homemade napalm to fend them off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but once it's gone, it's gone.
This is true. So obviously it'll be worst case scenario.
It'll keep burning.
Mm.
It's just that thing of if you run out of polystyrene, we need to make more. It's like we haven't got any more.
This is it. And not much stuff nowadays is actually stored with polystyrene inside it, and if it is, it's very minimal. Yeah. I mean, I remember the days you used to get a microwave and it was absolutely covered in polystyrene. Now you're lucky if the ends are covered.
Oh, fuck me. Every time I buy something and it comes in a fucking box, it's full of polystyrene. Computer cases alone are fucking awful for it.
Yeah, they come with them stupid little fucking swirly things, though, don't they? Whatever they're called.
No, they come with huge big blocks of polystyrene. You're thinking of packing peanuts.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
No, they come with huge blocks of it, mate.
I mean, I remember years ago making a fucking dartboard out of one. Just for shits and giggles when I was a kid. But like I say, it was like big chunks of cardboard, polystyrene, like fucking microwaves, tellies, anything fragile. Basically, just came in the biggest lump of polystyrene they could possibly find. But now it's all paper and things like that.
Well, some stuff still does. Like we had a load of polystyrene at work the other day, and I sort of stood there going, "You can make napalm with this." One of the girls was like, "How do you know that?" I was like, "I watched it on YouTube."
Well, this is it. If it's on YouTube, then it's fair game, isn't it?
I said, "Well, you need some petrol." why do you know this? I was like, it came to me on the video.
It's just random shit that you stumble across. I mean, there's all sorts of information that you stumble across. Doesn't mean you're going to fucking use it.
It's a quick way to make crispy long pig.
What's that?
Man flesh.
Oh. Fair enough. Cool conversation. Speaking of conversation, there's a certain show that's on every morning that has conversation on it. Now I want to know, Jeremy Kyle show, TV gold or a load of shite?
I would push him off a bridge and then shoot him, then burn him, and constantly jump on him till there's nothing left.
I was hoping you're going to go with the Bruce Willis line from Sin City. With like, what is that? He's just like, he's constantly punching the yellow bastard. He's like, I'm just pounding until I've pounding bone into dirt.
Is that your opinion then, Coxy?
Yeah, I've never liked the guy, and I've never liked the show.
Here's the difference. When I'm feeling low, miserable, really sad, really down in the dumps, I go and watch Jeremy Kyle show and realise there's bigger dicks out there than me.
This is it. This is what I was hinting at. To go towards, because I don't like the show. Can't stand it. I think the man's a fucking hypocrite. They tell all about, telling people, bollocking people for cheating. What did he do? Cheated on his wife with the nanny.
No, he didn't. His wife cheated on him.
He cheated as well.
No.
I'm sure he did.
No, he didn't. He cheated. The wife cheated on him. He walked away. The nanny who was the nanny for the kids at that time, 2 years after the divorce went through, those two started a relationship.
How come he's got stick for cheating then?
Because why he got stick for cheating. He didn't. He had a gambling addiction.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah, right? And everyone says, "Oh, he's cheating as well," but it wasn't. It was because of his gambling. Because he was disappearing off in the middle of the night. What happened was basically because he had a house in like Manchester, when he'd gone up to recording the shows in Manchester, he would disappear off to the casinos.
Okay.
Everyone thought he was cheating, but he wasn't. He was gambling because he relapsed.
Okay.
He didn't cheat on his wife. His wife cheated on him.
Okay. I don't know how we're going to verify that, but okay, fair enough. But yeah, I do think obviously a lot of the stuff though he's very. I don't know. He's
a twat.
Dick.
Yeah, he's a cock about things. He really is. He the way he goes on at some people for no apparent reason, bollocks at them, shouts at them, then finds out, fucking lie detector sort of shit. It's, he finds out they're wrong or something like that, and then he's got to crawl back out of there. He's got to crawl out of it. But obviously, like Alan said, when you're feeling like shit, and you can just flick on Jeremy Kyle and think, you know what, my life might be a bit of shit at the minute, but it's not. I've got to appear on Jeremy Kyle. Shit.
Yeah, but they only pull the scum of the UK onto that show. And if you're not scummy enough, they kick you out.
Oh, absolutely, because they're willing to spill the guts.
Do not sort of scum you up.
Yeah,
they do actually
scum you up as well, yeah.
Yeah, they actually give you tell you to wear certain clothes, don't they?
Well,
And
if
look
you
a
turn up
certain
wearing
way.
something, they'll sort of say, "Oh, well, we've got this for you. We want you to wear this," and all this sort of thing. It's like,
your outfit's not quite Burberry enough. Your hoop earrings aren't quite big enough. Could you just stand there while we get the producer to get a hammer and a chisel to knock a couple of your teeth out?
If I feel my life is really, really down in the dumps at that moment, I could think of better things to do than still put on Jeremy Kyle.
Fair point.
Bait being one of them.
Just have a wank.
I'm feeling shit. Fuck it, I'll knock one out.
Yeah, why not? Better than
There's
Jeremy
no
Kyle.
need for the show to exist. And there's no need for this fool to keep getting a paycheck.
It's cheap telly now at the end of the day. They don't. The people who come on the show, I think they have their expenses paid. That's it.
It's the same reason that Big Brother's still on the air.
Absolutely, because it's cheap as chips telly.
Garbage.
Big Brother pile of wank.
Oh, you know what? When Big Brother first started, it was decent because it was something new.
No, Big Brother first come on, it was an experiment.
Yeah.
How can people live without
outside influences,
world, interaction with a TV, and able to form a community? The problem was Channel 4 went, this is good gossip. Everyone's talking about what such and such did. I know, let's carry it on for the next God knows how long and give it to Channel 5 at the end of it when it's dying.
Well, that was it, you know, when BBC had it, when Channel 4 had it, it was getting inches in newspapers. A lot of inches in newspapers. That's why, and then eventually, obviously, it trailed off, and that's why Channel 4 cancelled it, because no one was watching it anymore. Now, for some reason, Channel 5 thought it would be a good idea to revive it. I don't know if it still gets watched or not, if I'm brutally honest.
Apparently it does, but as I said, it was originally a scientific experiment to see if people in this day and age can live without mobile phone, interaction with the outside world, able to do tasks to get their food and all that.
Well,
it was only £1 million they were getting at the end of it.
I think it was less than that.
That was £1 million they got. And it's because they made it a bit more of a competition towards the end, saying like, right, for every time you fail a task, now the money got deducted. The guy who won it, he went on to be quite a well-known celebrity in like lifestyle channel sort of thing. You know, he was a DIY.
That Brian lad, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was something like that. Craig something. And he was a scout.
Oh yeah, that was the first one. Didn't he go on to do all those gardening programs and all that?
Yeah, he went and did it. But do you know where all his money went to? Charity. He says, I don't want it. So I only did that because I wanted to do this experiment. He says, I fancy the idea of able to go in there with my skills that I had, do what needs doing, and seeing if it works. So he built the chicken coop. He built all the bits and bobs. Anything that needed DIY, he did it himself. So it was a good idea, but unfortunately, due to everyone's lifestyle today, they want to watch a whole lot of people sit around and argue, getting their tits out, you know, running around crazy, getting pissed, having a big massive fight. That's what we are today. We all want to watch people fight each other.
I have never watched that The Only Way is Essex, and what's that American one with the lassie? You know, the lassie's stupidly famous.
Oh, it's
Kardashians.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of that. I'm not really interested, but I will watch I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here every year.
That's because you just want to watch people eating gross shit. I get that.
Pretty much, yeah.
But once again, they're not getting mainstream celebrities to do it. They're getting Z-listers now.
Yeah, but to be fair, the celebrities are going on I'm a Celebrity are always pretty damn entertaining.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10 they are, yeah. What I would love to see is actually a version of it done with regular people and just keep them there a bit longer and see if they can break them.
Yeah, they have done it. It's called Island with Bear Grylls.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, they have done that.
To be fair, though, on the island, every time I'd ever switched it on, there was a heap of people always just sleeping instead of actually getting on with doing chores.
The one I watched not so long ago, which was on, I think it was BBC, 10,000 BC, to see if human society today can live in a Neanderthal-style surrounding. So they basically chucked him in autumn. They had to survive 12 weeks with no help from outside unless it was an emergency. Build their own shelter, forage for their own food, go hunting, and basically trying to survive. That was quite an eye-opener, worth looking at, because basically the ones that everyone thought, they've got this, they quit first, and for every the ones that you're thinking, yeah, right, bullshit, whatever, they could survive. They got to the end, so they pushed themselves to do it. It was like they had one survivalist that went in within, I think it was like 2 hours. He left. He says it's bullshit. So you can't arrange anything with people who can't fucking bung together when they need to.
Yeah, teamwork in that sort of situation, obviously, if you've got the availability to do that, because sometimes in a survival situation, you're going to have to be on your own. But if you've got a group of people together, obviously your rate of survival is going to improve if you do work together. Now, I remember watching something on Gogglebox, and it had something like the, what's his name? Oh, fuck's sake. I keep thinking Ray Mears, but it's not Ray Mears, it's the other fella. The guy that's famous for drinking piss.
Bear Grylls,
yeah. Yeah, Bear Grylls.
The Island.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's that show. And they had it on Gogglebox, and basically it was a young lad. Some old bloke took offence to the young people coming in and just, like, you know, sleeping around and just doing this, that, and the other, and he got proper wet off on one. And I can understand that, because obviously, if there's a large group of people, and you've got an influx of people coming in, surely they should earn what the other people have already foraged or whatever they've done, like the shelter and things like that, and earn the way into that and share the load. Because everyone's survival rates then improve, rather than just leeching. And then everyone.
That's youngsters today, though.
Yeah. Entitlement.
You know, I bet you if you took a handful of any town, honestly, even in Scotland, any town, if you took a handful of 18 to 20-year-olds and dumped them in the woods, you know, in the north of Scotland, they would all be dead.
Wouldn't be shocked.
I'm going to say no to that one. The ones that will survive are the ones that are going to youth groups like Air Cadets, Army Cadets.
No, have you not seen Dog Soldiers? They would all be dead.
No. They'll be the ones that survive because they'll look at him and go, "Fuck you! I know what I'm doing," and off he goes.
Well, when I was in Air Cadets,
I was at Air Cadets as well.
Did you do the week survival course in the woods?
I did the week survival course in the woods.
How awesome was that?
That was brilliant. So much fun.
But yeah, people like us then, fair enough. But I mean, just normal, you know, glued to their mobile phone knobheads.
Dude, your basic chavs.
Yeah, they're gonna die.
Your chavs
even without werewolves, they're gonna die.
I've got no electricity. How am I going to listen to me Skrillex and Bass Hunter?
Don't they all listen to Justin Bieber anyway?
Yeah, I was going to say, it's all Bieberism, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fire alarm.
Yeah, fire alarm, yeah.
you know that concert that they had?
Yeah, the Manchester.
Yeah. When he played on it, he was fucking awful.
I can't deny that.
He was literally the worst thing about that show.
I don't know. Black Eyed Peas were pretty dire.
Oh yeah, but Black Eyed Peas are usually
they didn't know where they were. Will.i.am was there going, "Hello, London. I mean Manchester." So what?
Yeah, Black Eyed Peas are usually dire live anyway. But no, he fucking didn't even show up to begin with. Mind, he was late.
Priorities.
God knows why people like him, and he was fucking awful.
I'll give you that. Right. Ariana Grande, whatever her name
Ariana
is.
Grande.
Yeah. I only know her from like kids shows, but Neve watches.
Yeah, Sam and Kat and Victoria.
Yeah, and all that jazz. And it was like fair enough. She worked hard to get to where she is. I'll give her that. And other than that, I was there going music shit. She's basically turned into a young version of Britney Spears, sort of thing. Right. And then this all happened, and I'm actually going, hang on a minute. She's had less than a week to get this all together, and she's done it. 2 weeks. And I went, good on her. Happy days.
Do you know what?
Respect for her. Give her that.
I was just going to jump in a minute ago, and you saved yourself because I was going to say, you know, that was one of the biggest understatements. I was going to say that was one of the biggest understatements I've ever heard. That girl, what she's done, obviously, don't forget, you know, she was performing at the MEN. She's just as much a victim as everyone else. Well, apart from the people who obviously got injured.
She says she's now got anxiety issues.
Absolutely, I think I would be as well. I mean, I'm not being.
But she pulled through and she went on and did the show. This is like it took apparently the clinical psychiatrist that was there, the lead psychiatrist that was there to help the kids and all that coming into the arena, not the arena, the cricket grounds. So it was like, because they got all apprehensive about it because of what happened, obviously. And they were like, He said she turned around and says, right, so and they interviewed her, I think it was the day after on BBC News, says what she did, no one thought she would be able to do, because it was like her manager and all that, and her parents all got like a psychiatrist in to make sure she was all right, and all of them turned around and says, yeah, she's going to have a full meltdown, and for her to do what she did, it was spot on.
You know, she's become an honorary citizen of Manchester.
She needs more than that. She needs, like I say, well, is that the same as giving somebody the key to the town?
Yeah, that's
Pretty
much.
much.
I was going to say she fucking deserves it then, if that's the case, because I'm not being funny, but after going through all that, what's obviously happened, then to manage to arrange that fucking concert and do everything around surrounding it, getting all these people to come in.
Say sessions with a psychiatrist.
Plus doing all that, yeah, exactly. Plus offering, seeing people injured in the hospital.
She's offered. She's
offered to pay for the funerals.
Yeah, I think she's paid for 15 of them.
Yeah, and she's given money to the foundation as well, hasn't they? That got set up, and she's done all that in the space of 2 weeks, as well as being a victim herself.
Yeah, the single she released a couple of weeks beforehand, it's like that stupid song that's getting really irritating now, to be honest.
It's got a whole new meaning now to it, though, hasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It says all the proceedings and money that's gone, that would go to her for doing that song, is now going to the charity.
The Manchester Fund.
And so I think it was something like a third of her album costs, and the rest of the world tour, all the money's going to the charity.
Yeah, so can't fault her at all.
No, can't fault her. The concert itself, there was really good moments. Coldplay were brilliant at it. They were, mate.
I'll give that, right? I'll give that one reason. What's his name? The lead singer, what's his name called?
Oh,
something.
Called him at Coldface.
That'll do it.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
When he sung Oasis.
Yeah, when he put 110 effort, and you can see it, he was bouncing up and down.
That's what I was saying, mate. As a live show, they were brilliant. I don't like Coldplay as a group. I don't like their music, but they were brilliant. You could tell they're used to playing live. But when Bieber was on before them, oh my God, he was awful. Like Robbie, near the beginning, brilliant. But then when it came to, Katy Perry, she was awful.
She can't sing to save herself anyway.
No, her backing singer was singing most of it.
Yeah, she sounded horrible. Because she screeches down the microphone at any live gig. It was like, when Radio 1 do their big weekend?
No.
Yeah, Radio 1 do a big weekend every year. They go to places and basically one big massive festival. Katy Perry did one, I think it was like 2009, 2010. And, she sounded dreadful. I mean, oh my God, the first time, because Katy Perry, well, yeah, she's both fit, bang her silly. And then it was like, listen to her singing, and I went, my second thoughts, no thank you. Because she sounds...
Hang on a minute, you wouldn't pump somebody because they can't sing?
She can't speak either, she's got a horrible voice.
Mate, did you see the way she looked at the fucking concert as well? Oh my God, no way.
I didn't see.
It's like, you got fucking pre-teens out there, you got fucking young girls, you come out with something a bit more, I don't know.
And I was moaning at the missus about Little Mix. It was just like, how old are they? They look like they're in their fucking 40s.
They're supposed to be the whole we aim at the kids sort of thing when they first formed, and they just seem to be going down the...
Mate, the way I described them to the missus, it was just like, her, the fat one. And she's rattling off their names. I was like, yeah, she looks like she's fucking 40. And then there's that one, with the stupid fucking blonde hair that looks ugly as fuck. Stupid hot pants trying to be all slutty.
It's just
honestly.
Once again, that's... they're getting paid to sing. And it's basically they turn up to a gig or turn up to like a recording a music video, and they get thrown clothes at them. So this is what you're wearing.
Yeah.
They don't have any say in it. It's in their contract.
Yeah, it's all the producers that are deciding it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, no, that shouldn't be the case. It should be, right, what are you going to wear? It's like I don't know, Metallica. for an instant. Metallica are going to a gig in San Francisco, their hometown. They're going to sit there and blare out the best music ever possible. They walk into the changing rooms and goes, right, what are you guys wearing today? Oh, we fancy wearing clown costumes. Why? All right, fair enough. Off they go on stage, get booed because they're wearing clown costumes. Little Mix did that. They won't get booed because they all love fans. The problem is, people try and dress other people to perform what they want, not what the person wants. Not what the singer wants.
How good would it have been if Metallica or AC/DC or something was at that concert?
I tell you what,
that'd be different.
It would be fucking amazing. That would be the best gig ever made. Right? Even I said this. I said I'm very surprised that none of the bigger bands have gone, you know what, we'll divert what we're doing, we'll jump in.
They'd have to be careful what they play, because they couldn't exactly play Seek and Destroy, could they?
Manchester MEN. How many?
In fact, played Enter Sandman.
Yeah, Coxy. You're a Metallica fan. You're into a rock like I am. How many bands have you seen at the MEN? Easily in the 30s.
At the MEN, no.
No.
I saw the majority of bands in the past sort of few years. I only started going to gigs when I was like 19.
Fair enough. Myself, I've seen about 30 bands all at the MEN. Well, majority at the MEN. A couple of them at the Academy. All that.
Well, I've seen a few. I've seen like a couple at the Apollo. I've seen a couple at the Ritz. I've seen a couple at Deaf Institute.
You'd think bands like Metallica or Iron Maiden or the big five or something, they've gone, yeah, we'll come in, we'll help.
Even if it was something old like Judas Priest or something that came on.
Yeah,
you got to think about the audience that they were playing for.
No, but Manchester is the home of music in the north, right? You've got to think of it like that. Every band that turned up at the MEN, right, always says, we always feel this special welcome, come to the Manchester. They probably say that to everywhere when they go, but it's a special place. You've got bands like Oasis. What's that other one called? The one that likes to wreck places. They've only just got back together as well.
Stone
Roses. And take that at a push and all that. I've gone from like Stone Roses.
Yeah,
but you know what I mean.
It's a bit far, mate.
Only take that. I've gone. Yeah, we'll come and join. We'll do it. Liam Gallagher said, "I'll join," but that's not Oasis. It's missing one person. I thought that was a bit of a dick move there, Noel. You could have done something special here. So yeah, that's my rant. That's my rant. It should have been bigger names on it.
To be fair, I don't. Considering the audience, I don't think they could have got much bigger names.
Yeah, could have got loads.
Yeah, but you got to think of the audience.
I'm not talking about just the, Metallica and stuff like that. You got the Kooks, you got Arctic Monkeys, you've got British bands that could have gone. Yeah, we'll join. Kasabian,
Kaiser Chiefs.
Yeah, Kaiser Chiefs are originally from Sheffield. That's an hour's drive from Manchester.
The Script.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of bands that could have played, yeah. Instead, they stuck with shite and fucking put Miley Cyrus on and fucking Justin Bieber and pish like that.
I'm going to agree with disagree on that one because
no, I understand what you're saying for the kids. The kids came to see Ariana Grande originally. They've come back and they should be treated with something similar to that. But then you're thinking, why shouldn't these kids broaden their horizons? How do you know these kids weren't listening to Kaiser Chiefs on the way there?
Yeah, that's a massive generalisation, but we're all massively generalising now. I mean, like I say, obviously, who's to say a 9-year-old isn't going to love fucking Metallica and Kaiser Chiefs and fucking Slayer for all we know?
At the end of the day, what we're saying is Justin Bieber is crap and he has to die.
That I can agree with. That I agree. Maybe not the dying bit, maybe a bit too much of a push, but yeah, he's shite. I will admit that. He's absolute fucking garbage. But in the context of who they were performing for, I think the acts were kind of right, who they had. So, yeah. Oh, well.
It could have
been. They sold as many tickets as they did in the short amount of time they advertised it. They had a week or 2 weeks or whatever.
Yeah, they sold out in 20 minutes.
Tickets.
Yeah.
And no doubt
there was this whole scam though with the bots buying them up as well.
There was, but it was partial that thing. I think there's probably that woman,
Ariana Grande.
Yeah, her play saying I want these are like my ideal people that I want on, and then her label's gone. Well, yeah, we can do that. And then it's probably come from the label as well, or whatever, saying, yeah, we'll fly these people in, and so
there's that as well. Like you said, you might have had limited choices,
and also how many bands are able to, up sticks from wherever they are at a moment's notice as well.
Well, there's that to factor in, yeah, because it's like who sort of isn't touring at the time, whatever, and can fly out to Manchester with 2 weeks' notice, whatever, to do like a one-off gig. It's
one of them, and it wasn't exactly a payday for them, was it? It was all to charity, so.
But it shows how shit Justin Bieber is if he's able to up sticks and move straight away.
Wow, you went there, didn't you?
That's harsh. Fucking hell, he really doesn't like Bieber. He really doesn't like Bieber.
Xander with the flamethrower tonight.
No, you've already told me how to make napalm.
Fucking hell, mate.
Xander's just sitting there. His nightly routine is the burn the albums of Justin Bieber that he buys on a regular occurrence from HMV. This is how we use thermite, guys.
So on the basis of obviously now Xander's now burnt Justin Bieber because he just doesn't like him. Obviously, he's going to need plastic surgery, and I want to know what you guys think are your opinions on plastic surgery.
Plastic surgery should be only...
Or cosmetic surgery.
Plastic/cosmetic surgery should be only used on people who need it, i.e. burns victims, acid victims, any form of... what's one I'm looking for?
Deformity.
Yeah. Deformity or anything like that. It should not have been put out for people who goes, oh, I want to look 30 years younger, sort of thing. It should not have been out there for the general use.
Money talks.
Yeah, well...
Unfortunately,
money talks, morals doesn't.
Morals is a lot more, to say... Morals has a very low price sometimes.
What was that council chav scummy girl called who got was it plastic surgery in her tits just so she could be a glamour model from the NHS? Because apparently
this is it. It's
that's the one.
Because it was because she was depressed.
Depressed because she had small tits.
Yeah, she was depressed and she was apparently getting bullied.
She was getting bullied and that in school, and always saying she was flat chested and stuff.
But then she announced that she's going into glamour modelling because she wants to do glamour models, and then going, no, you got it for the wrong reasons. You got it because to help your depression, not for you to start going fucking go and work on glamour model and get your tits out. It's just like that's not the whole point.
But the thing is, though, when you got basically she was prescribed plastic surgery. Basically, it's closing up one way if she can get bullied, but opening another can of worms up. Because wouldn't you be getting bullied just because you've got fake boobs?
What if she wasn't getting bullied at all and it was all just a lie?
This is what they think it is.
Of course it is.
Because if you actually ever go on Twitter, enjoy, because it's so funny the shit she puts. It's like, no, you don't. That's kind of annoys me because Well, it's most listeners will know now. I used to work for the NHS as a nurse. I've seen some sites, horrendous sites, of people being mutilated. Worst one we saw was this girl was lighting a fag and the lighter exploded in her hand and face. So she got plastic surgery once the scarring healed and all that. Plastic surgery in her face to basically make her as normal as possible. And she was thankful for it. She went off and lived a life. Whatever job she was doing, she went back to normal. Whereas people who just do it because they think, oh, well, if I can get in the industry as glamour model, I can do this and I can earn the mega bucks and I can be famous. And that's the wrong reason.
In that respect, yeah, I 100% in agreement, that you're improving somebody's quality of life after something that wasn't their fault. That's absolutely the way.
Yeah, not because, I just, if I get bigger tits, I could probably, it's not improving your life, it's improving your lifestyle.
Yeah.
And that's what annoys me.
Well, I walked past a lady in Aberdeen yesterday and it looked like a horse wearing lipstick. So I wouldn't have bothered if she had plastic surgery.
No, that's not plastic surgery. That's reconstruction of the mouth.
Literally, her whole features were like a horse.
Yeah.
Well, for me... Sorry, go on, mate.
No, carry on.
No, you were saying something.
I said, that's fine. That's understandable. You've been bullied for that. You're improving your life. But you're not improving her lifestyle. If she's willing to dress like that, well, not dress like that, but, be like that and walk down the streets of Aberdeen, right? She's got bigger balls than all of us here. Right? That's fine. It's the ones that sit there and go, oh, I want to be a glamour model, so I need to get this done. Then go and claim it free on the NHS because they're the council scum.
But they're the people that crave attention. As you've said, she's all over Twitter, this one as well.
Yeah.
She's already craving Twitter attention, and now she's craving, fame. So...
That's the people I don't like. It just makes no sense.
Oh, nobody likes them, though, mate. That's just like Justin Bieber.
Okay, then what would you say? Okay, what would you say is too much then? If for example, say, would you be?
Have you seen Sylvester Stallone's mum?
Yes.
There's too much.
There's too much.
Yeah. Well, what I'm trying to get is, obviously, I don't mind. This is my viewpoint. I don't mind, if there's a little bit. If that's what makes you feel better, and you've got the money to do that, and you're doing it privately, out of your own pocket, that's fine. But what I'm on about is aesthetically for yourselves. How much is too much, and what? You know what I mean?
Well, as the same as everything else, like getting a tattoo or getting, I don't know, piercings. It becomes an addiction because you always think, oh, I can get the hips, tucked in a little bit more. Oh, I can get my butt cheeks firmer or stuff like. Or I can get implants in my breasts to make them bigger looking, and that's when it's too much.
See,
but
the thing
you need to be a psychiatrist or a psychologist, whatever what it is, to make that decision. Saying, look, you've gone too far here.
People, as we all know, because none of us, apart from me maybe, are really lookers, But, you should be happy with who you are. And if you have that genuine reason for needing plastic surgery, as Alan has said, then that's all fair. You should never claim it off the NHS. I mean, that is just the scummiest of the scum.
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing it for non-essential reasons, it should come out of your own back pocket.
If it's drastically needed for something, yes, perfectly fine. If it's someone, as he said, with an addiction, no. Somebody should have stepped in long ago. I mean, they shouldn't be performing it. They should just be saying no.
Yeah, the biggest prime example, Dolly Parton.
That's it.
Yeah, she's got tits like Jupiter.
Yeah, she's 78.
She's going to be fucking dangerous to bury with too many chemicals.
Exactly. That's someone with an addiction.
The fact she's not fucking floated off and it's like a novelty fucking air balloon.
All right. I'll go for the other side of the food chain. The other side of the seesaw. Girl who lost a leg in the Alton Towers accident.
Yes.
There's a prime example that should have it.
To be fair, she lost the leg because it was no use to her. It's not the fact that it looked ugly.
No, she lost the leg because it was no use to her, but she got plastic surgery on the remaining half of the remaining part of the leg that survived. Right? She got plastic surgery to tidy up and everything, make it look neater. She had severe injuries in her lower abdomen, so she had specialised plates put into where the muscle should have been, because had to cut that away. So
okay, didn't know all that.
She deserved that, or the acid attack on that Muslim woman.
Absolutely, I mean, then like I say, in them situations, it's absolutely justified, even on the NHS.
Yeah,
because it's improving somebody's quality of life. I mean, not being funny, but if you're like fucking Angelina Jolie and you're going for your fucking 8th, tummy tuck, not being funny, someone like that wouldn't have to work again. She's obviously a relatively decent looking woman. She doesn't need that shit.
Angelina Jolie does, because she had both her breasts removed.
Yeah.
Due to a hereditary illness, isn't it?
She could. The melanoma of the breast, she was extremely highly likely to get breast cancer in both her breasts, and it would have spread because it would have been hormonal.
Yeah, Mum died of it, didn't it?
Yeah, so she just sacked up and says, look, just take them.
I was on about stuff like tummy tucks and shit like that. I did actually know about that, if I'm brutally honest, so...
Yeah.
But I'm on about, like, cosmetic-wise. Not.
If on a tangent here, this acid attacks, and, this needs to stop. And especially against, Muslim people or Syrian people or, anyone who's come into the country, or say they've been in the country for 30, 40 years, and it's just these young, stupid teenagers that think they're entitled to the UK.
Oh, no, well, what it was, the one I was on about, basically it was, she's rejected a arranged marriage, and mum, dad, family cast her out. And she just got herself back on her feet. She was in a women's shelter and everything. Got herself back on her feet. She got herself a cracking job, high-end job sort of thing. And she was living by herself, independent. She started dating a bloke, and the brother found out about it. And he played I think it was his cousin, hurt their cousin's going through acid on her face.
That's just even worse, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's family as well.
Yeah.
Downside of, I'm not going to say that because it sounds wrong. Some family traditions from other countries and cultures, you're bringing them in. You've moved from, say, Pakistan or Syria or Japan, China or whatever, and you're going to a high-end country that, it's 21st century. You could be anything and anything you want, sort of thing. And them to try and hold down their family traditions, it can't do it. There's a breaking point somewhere. This is why the government's trying to abolish the traditional arranged marriage. But unfortunately, when you have countries like Syria who uphold their beliefs more strongly than, say, us, because we're technically a mongrel country, it doesn't work.
Thing is, though, you go by the laws of the land. So, for example, in this country, arranged marriages are illegal.
They're not. Arranged marriages aren't illegal. They're frowned upon because they can't find any ground to put it as illegal.
Okay, fair enough then. But it's like other things, like, I don't know, but there's certain ways of life that people, obviously they come to this country, obviously if they don't live by their particular ways of life, they're not going to fit in, they're not going to integrate.
Oh, that's the problem. You're trying to move from a country where it's oppressed, where you have grown up and everything's oppressed, to a free country and blam, you have everything in front of you. You can't sort your squabbles out within your family. So
this is it.
And unfortunately, if they were back in Syria and that happened, right, it'll be the person who was acid attack's fault, and she would be arrested.
Well, this is it. I mean, in this country, for example, it's legal to drink alcohol. Yeah.
What about in the likes of Dubai? Did you hear about the woman that was raped over there?
Didn't hear about raping in Dubai, but my point was relative to Dubai.
Was it?
Yeah,
Sweet.
because what I was talking about was obviously in this country it's legal to obviously go out and have a drink. Now you know yourself, being an F1 fan, when they go to places like Bahrain or the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, they're not allowed to have champagne on the grid. They have to use rose water.
Yeah.
They're not allowed to have alcohol. Full stop. Now obviously in this country we can go to the pub and have a pint. You can't do that in Dubai because it's illegal. But if we went to Dubai and say, I'm having an alcoholic beverage because I'm British and that's what they did in our country, you get fucking locked up. It's the same sort of thing as what they do for people who don't want to integrate, coming to this, where we, and don't want to do, you know what I mean?
Well, a British woman was on holiday in Dubai, and she got gang raped by a bunch of men in their hotel room, and she was a married woman. Yes, she then got charged in Dubai for cheating on her husband.
Wow.
Because they don't see that women have the rights like that.
No, they don't. Because
that's how backwards it is.
Yeah, that's their rule. It's like this is why the whole fighting malarkey of Afghanistan and Iraq's happened. Because they've gone over there and said, right, this has gone through centuries. In fact, since the dawn of humanity, right? You're going into someone else's country to try and change their rule. Says no, because our way's the right way, but no, it isn't. Our way's the right way, and that's how war started. That's the problem. You're trying to push on your culture onto someone else's culture, which is completely different, and that's what's going to happen. This is why the whole fighting. This is why ISIS is still around, because they want their extreme versions of Islam onto the Western world. But unfortunately, fortunately, the rest of the Muslim community throughout the whole world have gone, no, don't be a bunch of dicks, you're being too extreme. You can say the same about Christianity. It's not
in the Quran as well.
Christianity, KKK. The Christianity with the KKK, the other high-end, extreme...
Westboro Baptist Church.
Yeah, and all that. They are the same thing, but we seem to ignore them.
Yeah, because they're Christian.
Yeah.
What happens in the news, and it annoys me when I see it, you always hear of, there's always, extremist Muslims, this, extremist Muslims, that. Do you not be funny? If there's a fucking religion, there's extremists for it. No matter what religion it is.
Yeah.
There's going to be extreme versions, extreme views of
Another prime example, and I think Xander will back me up on this one, the IRA.
Oh, fuck.
Now, the IRA comes from a religious background. A lot of people say, no, it doesn't. It comes from because the Irish want Northern Ireland back. Yes, because that's the Catholics versus the Protestants. Right? They wanted that. They went the extreme way to try and take back what is technically rightfully theirs. Right? It's just, unfortunately, same as ISIS, same as the Taliban, they went to the extreme. Now, no one batted an eyelid from the 60s upwards about it. Spreading hate, seeing an Irishman, oh, you're the IRA, you're part of the IRA. Seeing a Northern Irishman, you're part of the DUP. Right? They don't see that. No one batted an eyelid. No one happened. 1996 with the Manchester bombings to the Arndale Centre. No one batted the eyelid about that. It's because it's a religion that everyone's used to. Everyone knows it inside out. As soon as something different comes in, that's when the whole bigotry and the whole pain in the arse of this person did this person's that. You're from the same country. You've got to be this extreme religion that everyone keeps talking about.
You done fucked up now!
Well, as you can hear from the "you done fucked up" comment, what basically happened tonight was we recorded another half an hour of audio. Now, unfortunately, my antique laptop decided to shit itself, and it didn't record properly. You could hear the guys talking, but you could hear me talking, but it was completely out of sync with the conversation. And I tried listening back, and it was basically audible pain. So in that respect, I've actually just not included the conversation that we had. Basically went on to talk about Disney films, basically our favourite Disney films. And we brought up films like Cars, Toy Story, Cool Runnings, old school ones like Aladdin and what was another one that we decided to call? And that was it, Beauty and the Beast. So basically, unfortunately, the audio that we recorded was unusable, so hence the apology here at the end of the show. But anyway, I want to say thank you for listening. As always, keep up the support. Remember, you can find us on Facebook, on Twitter at UKRAD Podcast. You can find us on iTunes, Spreaker, Stitcher, YouTube, and any other podcast catchers that are out there will be on there. Basically, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Remember, next week we are going to be live. There will be a post on the group at some point in the near future to say when we are recording or when we are live. Yes, thank you for listening. Yes, we had Xander was Xander, Alan was Alan, Coxy was Coxy, and I've been the Hat Guy. Thank you for listening. You've been listening to the RAD podcast. Thank you and goodbye.